This particular video is very different from what I do as far as my normal content on here. So technically this will be my first official story time on here, and this is a story on how one miscommunication ended damn near an 11-year friendship. Honestly, I want nothing the best for this particular person. I just want them to be okay, and yeah, let's get into it. This is a person that I've known for almost 11 years now. She's a wonderful person, great person, amazing personality. We met back in like 2013, 14-ish. We met on an app called Meet Me. I don't even know if this app even exists anymore, but that was where we met. We were texting a little bit here and there, and then I got her Kik. Now, if you don't know what Kik is, it's a messaging app. This was like the equivalent of nowadays follow me on Instagram type shit. Like, if you got the Kik, you were somewhere in there, you got the number, you was definitely in there. But before people were sending out numbers to people they didn't really like, they used Kik. The only problem with Kik is that if your phone got cracked really bad, water damage, completely broken beyond repair, or got formatted, you was losing all your messages. It didn't have a logout button. Why? Don't know, not my problem. But yeah, so she gave me her Kik, and we ended up chopping it up, getting to know each other, and we kept the friendship going for a while. We got a little bit closer, got a little bit more vulnerable per se, and everything was just going well until we got into our like first official fight. Now, no, this person stays all the way in Arizona. They stay all the way in Arizona. I'm all the way in Detroit. So me and each other at the time, we were both young, was completely out of the question. You know, I always dreamt about it, like, you know, one day I'm gonna make some money and I'm gonna come see you. And you know, she was always there for it. You know, she used to always text me when she needed me to talk and chop it up or whatever the case may be. But then we got into our first official fight. Our first official fight, she just snapped on me. I'm not even gonna lie. She just completely went mayhem on me. She just was like, fuck you, I don't wanna talk to you. You doing this, you doing that. To be honest, I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Like, she just completely went bam on me, like on some wild, like, fuck you, I hate you, I don't like you, you can leave me alone type stuff. And she cut me off completely. Like, it was a point in time before now, she just completely stopped talking to me. And it was just genuinely crazy because I did nothing wrong in this situation. I didn't say anything wild, I didn't say anything inappropriate, I didn't give her no mixed signals, I wasn't doing anything wrong. But after that, I tried to text her back, she wasn't giving me, you know, no attention whatsoever. Then I want to say about 4-6 months later, she ended up texting me again. It was like a random night. I think I was watching like Pineapple Express, and she was just like, hey, I miss you. And I was like, yo, you remember who I am? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, you know, I had to remind her, like, last time, like, we didn't end on the best of terms. You snapped on me, you was making some wild ass accusations. And she was like, yeah, I was just going through a really dark time and everything was just not going my way, I'm sorry. So we became cool again and we kept in contact after that. Fast forward all the way to 2021. This was a year after COVID actually happened, and this is when we was all getting stimulus checks. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna come see you. And she was like, you bullshitting, because I always talked about it. I just wasn't financially set enough for me to do that. Like, I was making money, that wasn't the problem. Problem was that I was just spending the money without, you know, no real guidance, no savings, no nothing. And this is around the time, like, it was around the time, I wanna say either my birthday came up, it was like somewhere around April, May. I ended up booking my flight and ended up booking my hotel to, you know, whatever city she was close to. And she was like, I'm like, yeah, no, deadass, see you then. I was excited, I was happy, and I stayed out there for 3 days. So got on the flight, she picked me up from the airport. I was supposed to celebrate her birthday with her. She was going to an all-white party. Me being the person I am, you know, we was getting to know each other, and pretty much I ended up spending her whole birthday in my hotel. Like, I didn't do anything. I stayed in the hotel the whole day. I slept in, stuff like that. We kicked it for a little bit. I was supposed to go party with her, but again, I wasn't the party type. I'm not into that kind of atmosphere. I mean, she came through for a little bit, left again. Then she ended up dropping me off. I gave her a birthday present, which was a cool green sweater. She absolutely adored it. And yeah, we kept in contact. And you know, over the time, I kind of apologized myself because I was being a bit of a sourpuss. So I don't want y'all to think like this is entirely her fault, because I do take accountability into this. So I told her next time, you know, we're gonna turn up, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You know, we went out to eat and stuff. Fast forward some time, she told me, I want you to move out here, you know, we could be roommates and stuff like that, and you already know, if you a man, unless your name is on the lease, do not move in with a woman unless you got paperwork that says otherwise. Because my biggest fear is moving in with a girl, then she throw your ass out and you ain't got nothing to show for it. Nobody wants that to happen. You don't want that to happen. I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody else. So that was my biggest fear. So I told her, like, unless you stay in your shit for like 6 months to a year, I'm not moving in with you. And even then, I'll just, you know, stay there, try to stack my bread, get my own little place out there. We talked about it, you know, stuff like that, but it wasn't nothing serious per se. You know, these were just talks. Fast forward into probably later of 2025. I was supposed to go see her for Christmas, but I wasn't financially stable too, so I was just like, I had to tell her, like, you know, I don't got the money to do all that. And then I was like, okay, cool. I made the suggestion, like, yo, besides me waiting all the way till July to come out there, what if I just came to you on my birthday? She was down for the idea. She was like, yo, I think that'll be pretty dope. And I was like, yeah, so I'll save up some money, pay for my flight, pay for my hotels. I can stay about a week there. And if not, I was probably gonna do the whole 3-day thing, probably come in the day before my birthday and, you know, spend my birthday, and then 2 days after that, and then fly back home. So she was like, okay, cool, I'll pay for your flight. I was like, you know what, that's fine with me. So, you know, I was just doubling things with her, and every time we got on the phone, I made sure to bring it up, like, you know, I'm coming to see you, I'm coming to see you, I'm coming to see you. So I'm letting y'all know that we were already having these discussions, these talks way before my birthday. My birthday is until April. We having these talks in the winter of 2024, beginning of 2025, because I don't want her to think, you know, I'm BSing. Because usually, you know, when it's traveling involved, you got to make sure you're on the same page with this person. So let's say February, March comes up, right? So February, March comes up, you know, she called me. I'm constantly reminding her. That's really what I was going out there for, because I wanted to kind of redeem myself for the bad birthday I gave her 3 years ago. Well, at this point, well, technically it'd be 4 years ago, because I think it was around 2021 when this happened. So yeah, 2021. So yeah, so about 4 years, 3 and some change, whatever the case may be. So this was me redeeming myself. Like, I ain't finna be no party pooper. I ain't finna ruin your birthday. We gonna have fun. We gonna turn up. We gonna do the damn thing. I was even thinking about drinking alcohol. I don't even drink alcohol. No offense to y'all, that shit is foul. Then the situation happened that changed everything about this trip for me. One Friday, she calls me, and she, well, not even one show, she called me. She ended up texting me. She was like, I love you. I was like, you know, I love you too. And she was like, I want you to remember me. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? She was talking about ending her life. Now, I do not play when it comes to people ending their life. I've been on that side. I've been the person who's prevented taking lives, and I've also tried to take my life twice. So I've already had experience in this. I was scared out of my mind. I was doing everything that I could to kind of like keep her there, to let her know that she is loved, valued, and appreciated, and to know that she was okay. And it was scaring the crap out of me, because she was really talking about going through with it. And she was posting stuff like, yeah, I want y'all to remember this phase. And it was just scary as crap. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't want to panic because I was at work. I didn't want to fall behind work. And then they'd be like, you know, what's going on? And then X, Y, Z. So she ends up calling me, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? Now, she didn't tell me exactly what led up to this. She was just saying, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this anymore. And it was just like me trying to do the best that I can to kind of like talk her out of it. She was talking about I was just planning on crashing the car. She was planning on ODing on pills. Like, she was calling me with tears in her eyes, and it was really starting to concern me, because as much of a friendship you have with somebody for over that time, when it gets to the point where you feel like you're helpless, you're worthless, and you can't do nothing because you're in different cities and different states, it really can take a toll on you mentally. So if you have online friends or long distance friends, family, anything in general in life, check on those people. You never know what people are going through. And literally, even though it might not help then, your voice can make a difference at that time. Don't wait till it's too late. So when she called me, she texted me, yeah, long story short, she was talking about killing. So now I had to go home with a bit of a pissy mood, because it's like, this girl kills her, so what am I gonna do? Like, am I really gonna be able to live with myself for that? And I was kind of stuck, because I've been in that situation, been to that point of no return. Like, I've been into that dark place. I've been to that place to where if I die, do it really matter if I'm gone? And that's something you don't want to do. So about a day and a half later, she ends up texting me. I ended up texting her. So long story short, I was texting her, but she wasn't responding, and it was starting to scare the shit out of me. So I'm praying to God she didn't do it. So a couple days later, she ended up texting me like, I ended up texting her, and she was like, I just asked if she's alive. That's all I said. I ended up asking her if she was alive. And she was like, yeah, I'm alive, I'm okay, I'm well. She went to the doctor. I was thanking God because I was praying for her that previous night, because it honestly scared the genuine shit out of her. So she was like, yeah, I was just going through a really dark time. There's so much stuff going on. And I was just like, okay, cool. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still come out to see you, but I wanted to be a better person, you know, a better friend. So I was like, you know, I'll take care of you, you know. I'll come through, you know, I'll clean the house, you know, do whatever the things you need me to do, you know, run errands, whatever, stuff like that. Like, I went there to be a valuable friend to her. That's how I was gonna spend my birthday, just being a valuable friend to her, because I felt like that was what she probably would have wanted and would have needed. I would have gave her her space, you know, done whatever it is to make sure that she was okay. She was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I was like, the only thing that I asked, because trust me, we have a trust and friendship like this at this point. So the only thing I asked was, look, only thing I asked is, can I just stay at your place? The reason I wanted to stay at her place because I didn't want to spend $600-700 5 nights in a hotel room. I would have saved so much more money if I didn't have to do that. So I was like, I'll just stay up on your floor. I'll take a pallet. I don't care. Whatever will help, because I didn't want to spend that amount of money. She says, okay, that's fine with me. Okay, cool. So I told her by the beginning of April, because my birthday was 2 weeks prior to that, that I was going to, you know, send her my itinerary. I was going to send her my flight info, all of that stuff. She says, okay, cool. Now that we got that established. Now I'm letting y'all know, up until this point, she hasn't really said anything to me back. I was getting concerned. I'm like, okay, cool, you know, I'm checking in, you know, I miss you, I love you, flight info coming soon. I made sure to keep saying flight info was coming soon, because I had ended up getting a new job and I was behind on bills. So by the time I was able to pay my bills, I was going to be able to do my vacation. So I had it all mapped out, all sorted out. I knew everything was going to be okay. Fast forward to April. I think this is like literally a week before my birthday. I got my time off from work. Okay, cool. I text her and I tell her like, okay, cool, I'm gonna be sending my flight info soon. She all on social media. She sees my text. It's not like she haven't seen them, because she's on social media and she has her phone. So the way I was looking at it, like, okay, that's a little bit weird. You know, it's not the first time she did this, but you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, everything was copacetic the first time. I don't see what would be different this time. I want to say literally a week before my birthday, I text her my information. I ended up buying my flight. Even though I had to go all the way to Chicago to catch my flight, I told her, look, this is my flight. I literally got it around the same time I got it last time. I usually get it somewhere between 5 and then I land around like 8-9 o'clock, because it's a time difference and I know she doesn't have to work. The last text she sent me was, why would you say this without confirming? What the hell? What the Arizona? What the hell? What do you have going on? I told you this literally leading up to me telling you I told you this multiple times that I was telling you I was sending my flight information. What do you mean? Why didn't I confirm it or run it through you first? I've been telling you this for weeks. So then I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? Maybe it was a bit of, maybe something happened. Like, I don't know. So then I kept texting her. I'm like, okay, can you tell me what's going on? Because, you know, my flight already booked, my hotel's already booked, and so I'm already low strapped on cash because I done spent everything, damn near everything I had to catch this flight or whatever the case may be. So not only do I figure that, I wake up one morning and find out my number is blocked. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me just go to till this day. Number still blocked. Okay, so then I realized my number blocked. Okay, I'm not blocked on social media, so I'm thinking I ain't doing anything wrong. So, okay, she didn't text back. I was like, fuck. That kind of put a damper on anything, but fuck it. So, I'm already I'm going to Arizona. I don't have a choice at this point, because I'm not finna sit here and have you fuck up my time, and I already booked my flight and everything else. So, literally the Monday, I want to say, the Monday of that week was literally the beginning of my vacation. I had to wake up at 6 in the morning because I had to catch a Greyhound all the way to Chicago to get to my flight. Now I want y'all to understand, my ID, dead ass, was split in half. Like literally down the middle, split in half. So before I even took this flight, I had to go to the dollar store, get some Monster glue, glue my ID together, and pray to God they let me on this flight. So literally I glued it back half, front half. The fucked up part is a piece of the wood that I have, a little piece of wood that I have my TV on, it literally caught onto the face and the first name of my ID. And I tried to scrape it off, but it just made everything worse. So I have to pray to God these people take my ID so I can get on this flight. So I literally had to stop at the bank, put some money in my account in order for me to Klarna, because yes, I Klarna my hotel. I'm grown as hell, and my Klarna balance is fucking amazing, by the way. Almost at a band, so I must be doing something right. So I had to Klarna my hotel, made sure I had enough money to get the Klarna to do my hotel until I got paid that following Wednesday and that following Friday. So woke up, went to the bank. I had to wake up early as hell, put the money in my account. Then I had to power walk from the bank all the way to the Greyhound station, which was like a 15-minute walk, and it was like 7 o'clock. The bus departs at 7:15. I literally got there like 2 minutes before the bus pulled off. Luckily, it waited a little longer, thank God. So bam, get on the bus, go into Chicago. Nice little 4-hour drive. Get off Chicago. Now I'm completely lost and don't know where the fuck I'm going. Luckily, I had my other phone with me. If I didn't, I probably would have fucked around and got stranded in Chicago. No bullshit. So literally have to take a train. And the cool thing about Chicago's train, the train literally leads you into the inside of the airport. So I'm like, okay, cool. I made it to my flight on time. Get there, I showed them my ID. I'm like, I'm apologizing for the other day. Like, you know what? No. Then this is where the bullshit starts happening. They changed my flight gate 3 fucking times. 3 times. So literally I was on one side of the airport, then had to move a little farther back on one side of the airport, then had to book another side of the fucking airport. So literally I had to walk one gate, then I had to walk down about 5 more gates. Then they checked. Arizona is such a beautiful city. I knew I was having the time of my life when I was walking down Arizona for like an hour and a half, and I had no idea on where the fuck I was going. I literally walked down Arizona all the way till I got to Arizona State. Dead ass. My hotel was near the airport, and I walked all the way down until I got like past Arizona State. And then I started going to no man's territory, so I just spun back. Outside of that, I just did a bunch of walking, and I had some other fun as well, you know. Had a little Asian persuasion, you know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink. Oh, you nasty. But then here's the fucked up part about this whole situation. The whole point of this situation was I thought this person would at least tell me happy birthday. And I told this person, if they didn't tell me happy birthday, I know where we stand. That kind of almost killed my vacation, but I got through it. I had fun in Arizona. I do plan on going back in 2026. So Arizona, you will be seeing me again. And then I'm going to give you guys the update to what's happening now. So before I even made this video, I texted this person telling them that this video was about, and they were pretty much like, you're going to bash me? I'm like, no. The whole point of this video was because this turned into a friendship that I don't know where it is right now. So if I ask this person, where's this friendship at right now, and they can't give me an answer, I don't know what else to do or else to say. So I told this person why I was upset with her, because I'm not sure if she didn't get it or she didn't understand it. But I texted her a long paragraph telling her how I feel, and she didn't say anything back, but she watches me on Instagram. That's a story time on how my vacation damn near got fucked up for the simple fact that I almost lost an 11-year friendship. Almost closing in at 5K. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Until next time, Hoodie Nation, I love you. We out. Peace.